gentlemen, I present you Legendia's final hope, hero of Beta Momojin. Oh, fail, wait, wrong side. He will fight evil! Yo, fellow pawners, owners, and Dragon Esters, Momojin here, bringing you another episode of This is Serious Business. We are covering the next aspect of our Paladin guide. Equipment build. Yes, in the previous video, I mentioned that the skill build. My skill build is the core. Yes, and let me repeat that. Is the core aspect of my defensive paladin, because like I said, skills are more important than stats. Skills being your knowledge on how to use them. Knowledge how to use the skills, the knowledge about your skills, how they work with other skills as well, and etc, etc, is more important than the stats of how fat you can make your character look like with all the numbers and all that. So like I said, the equipment build will be based on the skill build. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'll tell you guys about the priority of attaining equipment. It will go like this. First of all, it will be the skill enhancing accessories that you want to get. Secondly, the armor. Thirdly, the weapon. I'll tell you guys why. Okay, the logic behind this is that the augmented essential defensive paladin skills, which you get from the accessories, of course, it will boost your ability to fulfill your basic roles and duties as defensive paladin. And you remember, like I said before, a defensive paladin has aggro attracting, absolute blocking, armor boosting, damage boosting with all this, and of course, last but not least, HP healing. Okay, and what happens here is the series of skill Sylviana accessories will boost your abilities, and when they boost your abilities, you indirectly boost your ability to fulfill your duty with those augmented skills. And then secondly, the second priority will be armor, because what happens is, of course, it boosts stats, but to me, boosting stats means that you're basically enhancing your allowance to make mistakes. Like when you're running as a party, you supposedly supposed to fill your role as a tanker. First of all, you have to survive. Okay, that being said, when you make mistakes like, oh, I didn't activate block, and you get hit, half of HP drops and stuff like that, depending on how much HP of course you have, and how much vitality, how much defense, how much magic defense you have, and all this are affected by armor. So what I'm trying to say here is, the more HP, the more vitality, the greater armor you have means you have greater HP, greater vitality, greater defense, and greater magic defense. With that, what it means is, if you were to mess up, let's say when you were casting heal and then you get hit on the floor, like, oh, you tumble down, and something along those lines happen, you can soak more damage from those mistakes, right? That's what I meant. That's why I say it's not really important. It's just a way to survive. But with skills, you have a better control of your character, which is more essential for you as a paladin to contribute to your team, rather than you surviving alone. It doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, being a defensive paladin, there's no real point in you surviving alone and your team members all get wiped out. Okay? And lastly, of course, is the weapon, because like I said, we deal very little damage directly, but with this armor break, conviction aura, and elemental aura, you will deal damage. You will deal damage indirectly. Okay, so that's why weapons to me is last. So mind you, my build here that I'm about to present to you is by no means a perfect model, oh my goodness, like perfect equipment, perfect stats. No, I'm trying to attain that, but I'm yet to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a look here. So what I have is this full series of Sylviana rings. I choose to have a necklace that boosts my block by one level, and pair of earrings that boost my heal by 1. The first ring that boosts my elemental aura by 1 level, of course, and the last ring to boost my conviction aura by 1 level. So in other words, I'm boosting my absolute blocking duties, my HP healing, and my damage boosting. As you can see here, at the end of it, I have block at level 9, heal at level 8, elemental aura at level 4, and conviction aura at level 3 after that boost. And now I want to cover a bit about my armor as well. As you can see here, is not the most stunning looking, that's for sure. There's even a level 32 epic rarity equipment here that has mana prefixes. Yes, I do intend to have at least 3 mana prefixed equipment, at least epic rarity in the future. Of course not level 32, level 40 of course. We're now at the level 40 cap. And as for this, the remaining remaining 4 equipment, including weapons, will have HP prefixes. Just because, like I said, the prefixes, the HP prefix is not as important to me as the mana prefix, because the mana prefix I need it to sustain all the skills that I'm about to pump out. Like, oh, I need to spam, I need to sustain my auras, and all that good stuff. Okay, and I need mana to do that. I don't plan to use pots because I need to focus. I can't be opening my inventory here and start drinking pots at the same time, because I need to really focus on tanking properly. And because I have, like I said, as a paladin, it's not as easy as it looks. I'll cover that later on. Yeah, so like I said, I want to have 4 HP prefix equipment, armors. It could be weapons, but most likely I'll go for at least 1 mana prefix armor, and my weapons most likely will be mana prefixes, just because I need to constantly make sure I pump up that mana. HP prefix is just to reduce the incoming damage if I ever were to make a mistake and receive damage. So there you have it, guys. This is my skill build as a paladin. Hope you guys, and a skill build, I mean equipment build based on my skill build. So if you're a paladin and you have other builds, do tell me about it, and the reasons why you went along with such builds in the comments below, because I'm quite curious, you know. And yeah, I think that's about it. And before I close, you know what? I'm aware that there's this magic damage based paladins, because I know crusaders, they are definitely going to go for this route, you see, where they eventually get Thor's hammer as an ultimate and all that. And yeah, but the funny thing is, I recently found out there's, yeah, I know, it's like, what, you freaking noob, you recently found out about this only, Momojin? Yeah, I recently found out that people actually go they get divine avatar not for the sake of tanking. They actually go this route, this main route here, to be guardians, not for the sake of tanking, but actually to be one of the best PvE physical DPS dealers out there. And what they do is they kick like nuts, and yeah, they kick like nuts. I don't even have that one, but I do have dive kick though. I love that skill. And yeah, before I end it off here, I want to thank you for the not overwhelming, but the support, the significant amount of support I've been seeing. I've seen a surge of subscribers. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support from the cleric community in Dragon SC forums, and most of all, I want to thank you for those who have been supporting and giving me encouragements through the forums. Lemon is one of them, and most of all, I want to thank Kawakazu for the tremendous and touching encouragement. I thank you so much. I'll continue doing this, guys. Stay focused. Team player for the win. Ciao, guys.